G'day everyone, and on today's episode we're going to show you how to replace the light globes on your 1997 model Toyota Prado. Okay, so first things first, what you're going to do is you're going to pop your bonnet, which I've already done. Second thing you're going to need to do is take your light switch and just twist this all the way to the front. Without a key in it, it should make that beeping noise. As you can see by the look of it, we've got our parker light working here, we've got our headlamp working here, we've got our LED in the bumper here, we've got parker here, LED there, but no low beam in my passenger side headlamp. And we're going to fix that today using the Narva Plus 200 kit. It's a H4 kit, should give us 200% more light and 80% longer beam. Now that we know which lights are defective, now we can go ahead and switch these off all the way. Now, right behind our headlight here, you should, between the battery and the headlight itself, you should have a small amount of room in here to be able to get access to the bung just here, this rubber little cap there. This rubber cap obviously has a plug and then the two squeeze prongs. You're basically just going to pull this rubber cap off after unplugging this plug here. Now that we've unplugged our plug just here off of the back of the actual bulb itself, if the light want to kick in, can I change that? I can, there you go. Now that we've unplugged the plug off the back of these here, it's as simple as just removing this whole thing. Now if I just pull off that should all come off in one go. There you go. Sweet, too easy. Now to undo these look a little bit daunting because there are a bunch of metal cables and whatnot, but this little bit here, that little prong just there that I'm touching with my finger just here, you just push on that and lift it out that way, and that releases the whole entire clasp. You can actually get the whole light out then. Hand's totally in the way, but as you can see, that clasp holds the whole globe in. I don't know how easy it is to see in there, but you can see how there's a nice spring filament there for high beam. The low beam one is completely toasted, so yeah, it cuts off the bottom half. That's how you do it. This will mount up this way, and then the low beam will be, as it says, literally a beam that is on the bottom half of the plug. And basically what happens is it can't, it doesn't have a coil attached. If I can just see that coil is completely destroyed just there. So yeah, this bulb is completely blown. So the installation of this bulb is the exact opposite of removal. But what you don't want to do, just as a quick tip, do not put your fingertips on the actual glass of the bulb itself. It will cause it to burn out faster. The oil on the fingertip gets stuck on the globe and basically it just wrecks them faster. I don't know how. Some scientist in the comments will tell me why, but I've seen it happen myself firsthand. Alright, and there you are. Yep, that metal clip has just clipped it back into place, so that's held in there. Obviously we've got the clean prongs on the back of that. Now to refit our rubber cap here. I don't know if these are directional. Some of these are on different models where they've got like a water drain bung here or whatever, but this one looks to be like it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to try my best to get it back to the way it was if I can, so let's go from there. And remember, when putting this rubber back on, what you want to do is you want to actually push all the way around it until it clips all the way around. I don't know if you heard that or not, but yeah, it should be sealed fully around the whole thing to make sure that water can't get in there, because that will cause the old headlight fluid problem where you fill up with water up to here, you know. And then finally, plugging in the plug is very, very simple. It's just to plug it on. It is directional. You can't not plug it in a certain way. They've blocked off this part of it here. If you have some opportunity to clean the grit out, definitely do. If you've got like some sort of like real thin sort of like a nail file maybe even there, do that and pick it out gently if you can, just to make sure it seats correctly on the plug. Okay, cool. Now I've secured that plug back onto there. You should clip it back on. You should feel it clip on, sorry. And yeah, that should be all set up. It's very easy. Notably, I have not used any tools. I've used literally just my bare hands. Probably wear gloves so you don't get covered in dirt. But yeah, that's how easy it is to replace a globe in a 97 Prado with a H4 headlamp bulb. Now, yeah, you can sort of see that that one's working again, and then that one's working again, but I don't think filming this in the daylight does it any justice. I haven't got any before video of the how the lights work, but you get the drill. You can sort of see a slight blue tinge in the light itself without a camera on it. Like in the real world, you can see a slight blue tinge. So yeah, I think only time will tell if I think this is a good upgrade. Now on mine, if you just need to replace a light globe, that's done. You can just shut the bonnet, away you go. But on mine, I'm doing both in the one go because I have a mismatched kit, the Narva 200 kit. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the other side, and this one's a little harder only because there's not as much room to get your hands in there. See, I've still got, as you can see, enough to be able to get in there with just my fingertips, so I can usually get in there. But yeah, no, it's the exact same process on this side. I won't bore you with the details, and then that'll be it. Just to go on a small tangent here, actually, obviously these rubber caps are, you know, pretty dime a dozen. You think, oh, they couldn't be doing that much work, really, but look at this. This is all filthy on the inside of this. Look how clean it is inside. It's like immaculate by comparison. There's obviously little crumbs of it or whatever, but it's not too bad at all. So if your one of these has splits or any sort of real damage to it, they're not stupidly expensive. They should be pretty readily available even at auto wreckers. There'd be tons of wrecked ones of these, so you should be able to find something like this. I'm sure on eBay these things go for next to nothing. So if you've got splits in your ones of these, make sure your replacement's definitely worth it. Just for the memory as well, too. One quick tip, when you're putting the globe back in itself as well too, the third tab, like the off tab, you've got the two ones here, this off tab will go to the top. That'll make it easier for you to remember. So when you're going in, that tab goes to the top. That should make it real easy to line up. It might be a little bit off from the exact top, but yeah, as you can see, it just goes in that way. All right, and there you go. Very, very simple job to do this. It literally took me a grand total of, God, 10 minutes, you know, actually, even with the filming, so that's pretty solid as well. What I'll notice is the Narva Plus 200 kit is not only is it ADR approved for a H4 globe, but also comes with bonus park globes. What I don't think about it though is these park globes that are included with this kit, they're blue, and I've already got LED ones, and I don't really care for the blue. I think it looks a little bit, you know, BA Commodore, so I don't BA Falcon spec, a little bit VT Commodore spec, you know what I mean? So what I did was though is the good bulb that was still working, I just whacked in this case and popped all that back together. I'm going to chuck that in the glove box, and then I've got a spare bulb in a nice case in case one goes out when I'm on the tracks. So thanks again for tuning in to Nolsey's Outdoors. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Cheers.